Hey, so I picked a random Zarya, looked him up on Twitch, and just typed in Zarya Masters. He's actually in Diamond, and we're just going to watch a couple fights and see where he's standing, who he's using his bubbles on, whether he's using his bubbles primarily for charge or primarily to save, and what percentage of his bullets are hitting people versus shields, high health people versus low health people, that kind of stuff. Okay, so right here, let's see, this is, sorry, back up a sec.
Great seasons.
I haven't seen this fight yet, so I'm not.
It is.
Yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen. We'll see.
They're pushing so hard. Yo, what the fuck?
Alright, so he bubbled himself and he bubbled Ryan. I would call those bubbles for charge, poke bubbles. This is something I don't like, but he's a very damage-focused guy. He's worried about doing the maximum amount of damage. So right there, what percentage of the bullets he just shot did damage rather than hitting shields? Can we speed? Not half, maybe 75% speed, right?
That's hard.
Alright, that one did nothing. That one hit the Rhine for full damage. That one hit the Rhine. So half of his bullets went into doing damage to a Rhine.
You Ryan, go.
He just used a full clip to do about 80 damage to the Zarya.
Okay, there's so much charge.
He reloaded after right-clicking, just kind of spam-wise. Right now he's shooting directly into the Zarya.
I'm hacked. Yo, help! I'm hacked.
Just kind of right-click spamming into the squishies. He hit the Moira dead on for about 80 damage. He missed. He's shooting a little bit at the Lucio. Now there is a Rhine shield in front of him, but he's not shooting it. He doesn't consider himself a shield breaker, right? Look, there's a squishy. I'm gonna shoot the squishy.
I can bubble him. Go.
Bubble the Rhine because there's melee. And now he's right-clicking when the Rhine is swinging his shield. You want to have your full clip available when that shield comes down. You don't want to just be at like 10 bullets when the shield comes down. It's crazy. So he's right when the shield comes down, all of his bullets are going in. So I would estimate each right-click hit 2 people for maybe half damage. So he probably did 400 damage with that single clip. Like, that's a lot of damage. It's getting ridiculous.
Nice, you did. Ryan, I can bubble you.
Alright, again. He's shooting the Rhine shield because there's nothing else. But the second he sees anything else, we'll see what happens. So yeah, about more than half that clip was dedicated to doing damage, right? Damage.
Oh, nice.
I would estimate again that he did 300 damage with that clip, right? And that clip he just got.
Watch, you need to save your shield.
It was a shatter, so I don't know that really counts much, but. Watching the kill feed, 37% of the damage on the Rhine, 21% of the damage, 13% of the damage.
We a soldier?
Not amazing, but at least you kind of get the idea, right? Most of his bullets are going into people. There's going to be a grab here. Also, a thing you see him doing a lot is retreating and right-clicking right as he hides. Right, a lot of his right-clicks we don't see where they land, but we see the little hit indicator. It flashes around this. See that means it hit something, right? So he's doing a lot of something that you see at the higher ranks, which is not looking at where your bullets are going, just shooting a bullet where it's probably going to get something done. So I think this was a Sombra EMP. It looked like. Yeah,
I can't use my grave. Fuck.
But look at that. They used their Lucio ult, but I would say he did like 250 damage right here.
I can't use my grave.
No. Nope, you missed actually. Is he focusing the Rhine? No, the Rhine was alive that whole time and he didn't shoot at him at all. Shoot at the squishies. Make sure that most of your bullets do damage.
I'm hacked. I can't use my grave.
He's shooting at Lucio. He shot at Moira. There's Lucio again. He shot at Lucio. He's shooting at Zarya.
I'm not using my grave.
He could have chased that Rhine into the room, but no. Shoot at the squishies when you get the chance.
Yeah.
One last fight and then we'll watch the Nick game.
Nice dog.
Where's he standing? Who's he bubbling? Who's he shooting? All of his bubbles just go to the Rhine with no thought. But he stays at 100 energy because of that. I would say he's not very good at using his bubbles, and that's why he's stuck in Diamond. But the big difference between him and you is what he does with his bullets. Most of his bullets do damage, and most of that damage is done to either Zarya or, you know, Moira or Lucio or whatever.
Oh man, I'm epic again.
Again, he's
guys,
at 100 charge.
Time, get ready. I'm gonna
He
use
just
my
did
ultimate.
maybe 60 damage to a Sombra.
Yeah. Oh no, I would not like this, dude.
And he's shooting a Lucio. He doesn't seem afraid, right? And they seem like they're afraid of him. It's an attitude. It's the result of doing so much damage is that people can't contest you. They can't walk up and punch you in the face if you're the scary one. Again, lost the fight. Alright.
Wait, Ryan,
Enemy Ryan dies first. I think this is a theme.
Let's go point.
At not gold rank is
I have
that
no bubble, Ryan.
one of the Ryans is going to die first, and all you got to do is make sure it's not yours, which is why he
Chris is
throws
in
his
the
bubbles
jail.
just
Yeah,
completely
she's here.
randomly onto his friendly Ryan just all the time. And in most of these fights, the Ryan is the one dying first. So again, friendly
Time
Ryan
is down
dies first.
point.
A Ryan always
Oh,
dies
you're
first,
using this.
either friendly or enemy. So that's why he's bubbling this way.
Yo, Ryan is one.
It is Lucio, he's feeding. So
Heck, they're gonna push me
Probably
now.
200 damage to the Zarya and Sombra.
Nice.
He's gonna shoot the Zarya, not the Ryan. Kills the
I got
Zarya.
Zarya.
He did 50% of her health, which
don't
is,
C9 it.
you know,
Someone
200
check
damage in seconds. So much damage. Ridiculous. Oh, look at that. People run away from
Oh,
him.
fuck.
He has no fear because, again, you do enough damage, you're scary. They're scared of you
don't
instead of
know.
you being scared of them. Anyway, that's, for contrast, some random Zarya just randomly chosen. Let's watch some Nick stuff. So I notated when the fights happened and whether or not they were good. First fight I categorized as okay because it was the first time I saw you use your self bubble the way I like to use my self bubble, which is wait till you're at half health and then self bubble. There was some positioning problems and target focus problems and other problems, but mostly we want to look at who you're shooting at and how many of your bullets hit someone. So we gotta slow it down again. Half speed. Alright, where are all these bullets gonna go? So right now, even though who are your choices to shoot at, right? Remember what Acespider does. He does shoot at the Rhine shield if that's the only thing he can shoot at. But the second he can shoot at anything else, he does, right? And if he has a choice between shooting at, for example, a Zarya or a Moira, he'll shoot at the Moira. The Moira will back up, and then he'll shoot at the Zarya. The Zarya might back up, and then he'll go back to shooting at the Rhine shield. Also, he never stands in a position where the whole enemy team can see him. That's a little crazy. Anyway. So you're shooting the Rhine shield. There's a hog you could shoot at, but look how few of your bullets hit the hog. Miss. You literally didn't hit the hog. You hit him for maybe 2 bullets. Alright, that was a whole clip in which you did no damage. Whole clip, no damage. Right? That's 100 bullets used to do maybe 20 damage. Next clip, clip number 2. You shoot the Rhine shield. You shoot at the soldier, but don't hit him at all. That right click did 25 damage, so it wasn't a full hit. It could have done at 71 charge. If it had hit him dead on, it would have done something like 70 damage, right? Now you're shooting at the hog, but just barely hitting him. I wish you could zoom in, but see how few of these, like, don't watch who you're shooting at. Watch this white dot, and there's little flares that come up when it's being successful. How often are there flares on your dot, right? There's flares there. Good. Hog died. Did some damage. Right here, you're shooting at the soldier. You didn't hit her. That right click was great. The second right click completely missed. You dodged the hog hook, which is good. Now you're shooting at the hog. Direct hit. That's like 100 damage. Well, a little bit less, maybe 70. That shield right here, this is a perfect shield, right? The soldier is committed to you. So when you shield, now he's got nothing to shoot at. That's perfect. Great shift. I don't want to talk too much about your bubble usage here because I feel like you get the message with bubbles, like try to be more valuable, but when you watch other Zaryas, they're not super valuable. Look how great this clip is, right? You used 86 bullets. You shot a little bit more. Okay. At this point, you haven't hit the Zen. That's why we can't see his health, right? So you used... How many bullets are left in your clip? 76. So you use 25 bullets to do 0 damage. A single right click takes him to half health. Second right click kills him. It only takes 2 right clicks to kill a Zen. It's crazy. Alright, third right click does nothing. Now you got 1 bullet. And it's time to reload. That was a bad bubble because your Brig could have just put up her shield and she was clearly being healed by the Anna. You could see she was glowing yellow, but I don't want to talk too much about the bubbles. Let's talk about the clips, baby. So look, we got an Ashe on the left, we got a Rhine and a Hog in front. Is this, first of all, is this a good place to be? No. Because your Anna just died, because she has to heal you because you're up here. You know, whatever. Everyone else is up here too, but still, I don't know that peeking this area. I think, as always with the choke, you want the enemy to walk through the choke, and then you want to punish them for walking through the choke. But instead, you walk into the choke, and you never want to be standing in a choke, because they literally can't do anything but shoot at you if you walk into the choke. And I feel like you did it for charge, but again, you're full charge. You have 95 charge, you walk into the choke. Yeah, you have 94 charge, you walk into the choke, use the self bubble. Like, what? You're bubbling for charge at 95. Anyway, I don't want to talk about that too much. You do see that the correct person to shoot at there is Ashe, but you miss. You just used an entire clip, missing 3 times the Ashe. It was the right person to shoot at. I liked who you were shooting at. I hated how you did it. You missed. You didn't do any damage. Here, there's Hog Hanzo on the left, there's a Rhine Brig on the right, and then there's you on the right with the Rhine Brig. It's correct to stay on the right, I think. You do want to line of sight the Bob, I think. So generally, you're moving in the right direction, but you should have gone with the Rhine on the left side of this place. And then as soon as you know your Anna's dead and you're at 100 health, you peek the soldier and she just murders you. I mean, he just murders you. Like, this was not good. Your bubbles are 6 seconds away from being off cooldown. There's no reason to be fighting here. Also, your Rhine went to the top of that thing. You should have gone with your Rhine. And if you ended up here, there's a Mega right here. You should have just gone and got the Mega. But anyway, what were you doing with the bullets in this clip, right? 100 bullets. You right-click nobody. You right-click nobody. You right-click nobody. And you right-click nobody. So you got 0 grav energy. Actually, that's probably what we should watch, is just watch your ult charge. But you generated no ult charge with that entire clip at 100 energy. I feel like this is going to be a theme. I mean, I have watched all the fights in this, so I know that it's a theme. But if you just watch how your ult charge goes up as you fire your weapon, it doesn't. So I would say in this position, who should you be shooting at? I would shoot at the Hog. It's fine. It was kind of correct to shoot at the Hog. But why are you
Thanks for helping us.
right-clicking in between the Rhine and his team? I don't know. How quickly do your clips get depleted by shooting at nobody and missing? You know? Like, Zarya has a 1.5 second reload, and she empties her entire clip in 4 seconds. So she reloads about half as much time as she shoots. Like, the ratio between reloading and shooting is so ridiculous. So you should be willing to wait a little bit, not a second, but wait a fraction of a second longer in order to hit all of your shots. So here we go. That full clip did 0 damage. This is Zen ulting, right? So 0 damage, 0 damage, 0 damage, 0 damage. Zen finishes his ult. Now, when Zen finishes his ult, you want to be at full ammo, but you wasted your ammo doing nothing here. So when Zen's ult ends, you're at 50 ammo. Now you're missing. There you hit him for a second, and then boom, he instantly dies, right?
Everybody else is coming.
I don't know if you notice right there, right when he dies is when the kill, the little indicator, the flare on your crosshair comes back. Until then, you were shooting the wall, even though it seems like you thought you were shooting the Zen. So now you're shooting the Zen, now you're shooting the Zen, and now you're shooting the wall, and then you're shooting the Zen, and then the Zen dies. Oh, alright. Next clip, baby. Where do your bullets try to go? Where do they actually go? How scared are people of you? How many people have died and said to themselves, God, this frickin' Zarya, oh my god, does so much damage. Ridiculous. All right.
Okay.
I think actually, I should choose the fights down here because this is not worth watching fight, so we shouldn't watch it. This is a bad fight, but it's not labeled not worth watching. The next one's not worth watching. So let's watch the 625 fight. All right. So you and the Reaper and the Rhine all made it to a good position from which you can actually hit the enemy. You got a direct hit there. Let's see how many of these bullets are. When did you shoot the first bullet? Okay. First bullet, shot at a Rhine shield. Never do that. Right-clicking a full health Rhine shield right before he's going to lower his shield anyway because there's going to be a real fight. That's just crazy. That's okay, though. Reload. Now you shoot at the Rhine. Why'd you shoot the Rhine? You miss. You shoot at the Rhine again and miss. You shoot at the Rhine's feet and miss. You shoot at the Rhine and direct hit. 4 shots, one of them hit, but they were all shot at the full health Rhine. Why? You had access to their entire team there, you know? And remember, at 100 energy, 2 bullets and a tiny bit of chip from your team kills people. I would have been shooting at the Zen. Like, Zen is always the person you should shoot at, no matter which hero you're playing, which situation you're in. Just always shoot at Zen. Zen's so easy to hit because he levitates. He moves so smoothly. So now, the Zen is obviously the person to shoot at. And you shoot at the Rhine. And now you shoot at nobody. And now you don't know where anybody is. Shoot at the Hog, even though there's a Zen right there. Zen ults. Now you're looking at a Zen ult, right? You can't do any damage to any of the people in front of you. Why are you looking this way? Zen just ulted. Go shoot someone to the left. Go find Soldier. Soldier just killed Ana. He must be on the left. There's an enemy Ana to the left. When Zen ults, just stop looking over there. That's not worth looking at. Alright, next fight we got not worth watching is what it's labeled, so we won't watch it. 810 is worth watching, but it was bad. So it's a fight that's worth watching, but it's bad. So your team finally gets into a reasonable position to do stuff. Now, who's on the right and who's on the left? You got Rhine on the left. We never want to be shooting at a Rhine unless we can shoot him in the back. Nothing worth doing up there. There's a Hog who can heal himself, and Ana who just grenaded the Hog, and a Zen who, you know, could ult if he wanted to and did end up ulting. Don't need to bubble the Hog. Don't need to look at the Hog. I'm not worried about the bubbles so much. We picked a random other Zarya and his bubbles were shit too, so fine. I won't complain about your bubbles anymore. But why are you shooting in this direction? Why not go where the Ana is? There's an Ana in the room. Shoot the squishies. So squishy. Now, you do 20% of the damage to finish off the Rhine. 20% is not a lot. But again, you only did that because he's an idiot and dropped his shield when he was low enough so that a single right click from you could kill him. That's him being dumb, not you being great. This is great. You're shooting at the ulting soldier. Perfect. You should walk into that room. You have 400 health. Your team just got 3 kills. Your Zen is ulting. Your Ana's with you. Go in there and kill that soldier. Go chase that Ana. Be an off tank. What are you doing? Anyway. So yeah, you do 12% of the damage on the ulting soldier. You do, 20% of the damage on someone else who dies. So your team kills a bunch of people, but you participate very little to those kills. You did 12%, 20%, and that's it, I guess. Maybe, yeah, you did 20% to the Rhine and 12% to the ulting soldier. So I would say your team won because they used ults, not because you killed anyone or saved anyone. Because you bubbled the Roadhog a bunch. You bubbled yourself. You didn't save anyone. You didn't kill anyone. I think it's necessary either to be really good at saving people, which is my forte, or to be really good at killing people, which seems to be Acespider's forte, but you gotta, you can't be good at neither. So here's the next fight. Looks like your Reaper on low ground near the enemy. Like, if I'm walking in here, what am I thinking, right? You've got an Ana who's 1 health. You've got a Hog who's backing up. So obviously your Ana and your Hog are not going to come into the room for a sec. Your Reaper has no fade, so if someone shoots at him, he's going to die. I would be watching the Reaper after he's got no fade and people are shooting him, but also he's getting healed by Ana. It's fine. There's an Ana shooting everyone up here. Well, clearly, your focus, as always, is on let's kill the tanks. Kill the enemy tanks, protect the friendly tanks. Let's make this a tank battle. So you're shooting at the hog. What percentage of your bullets hit the hog? I'd say as you come into this room, you have access to shoot at the Anna, you have access to shoot at the soldier. You shoot at nobody, right? You get kind of flustered. You got 100 bullets. The first 25 bullets hit nobody. The next 25 bullets hit nobody. The next 25 bullets, you hit hog with one of them. The next 25 bullets hit nobody. So I would say total damage done in that clip was maybe 40. This is a much better clip. Let's see. Your first shot this clip is a right click. It goes at nobody. Next 25 bullets, we're not quite there yet. Now, you put all 25 bullets into hog. So first shot wasted, second shot, full damage to hog. You get purpled, so you bubble correctly. That's great. You're looking at the Rhine. You're looking at the Rhine. You're looking to grab the Rhine. There's a bunch of people on the other side of a choke point that you guys don't need to go through, right? Look, a choke point that we don't need to go through, and we're all purple. Is when you're all purple and there's a choke point in front of you, the perfect time, I don't know, to ult the choke point with the Rhine shield in front? That doesn't seem right to me. I think also you tend to do this thing where it's really important to warn people that you have ult and you're gonna ult this fight. But you do this thing where you count down the ults, and there's value to that. But Grav is such a small. They nerfed it so hard that finding a good Grav is harder. You can't do it on a split-second notice. So I think you might have ulted there just because you had already told your team you were gonna ult. So you cleansed 2 anti-heals, so those were both really good bubbles. This Grav is pretty crap. When the Ryan's shield finally breaks, the Zen ults, so there's nothing you can do, so you back up. And then your hog gets ulted, and he goes into the room with the enemies. But he's nanoed and he's hog, so he backs up and doesn't die and kills somebody. So that's good. Now, you're still kind of looking at this door. You're committed to this door. Let's see where your first 25 bullets went. First 25 bullets went at soldier, but there's an ult, so they basically went at nothing. They went and building you 9 ult charge. You built 9 ult charge with the first 25 bullets. Now you're at 50 bullets, you still only have 9 ult charge. You reloaded, so new clip, first 25 bullets, you're at 13 ult charge, right? So you built maybe 3 from shooting. Next 25 bullets, what ult charge are we at? We're at 18. So that was a good clip. Because the Rhine was missing you with his Earth Shatter, you put most of your bullets into Rhine, so that was a great clip. Next 25 bullets, every single bullet hits, but you only generate 1 ult charge because you're left-clicking a nano-boosted guy with armor, so you're basically doing 0 damage. In this situation, making those 25 bullets a right-click would have done better, but just not shooting at the Rhine would have done even better, by far better. So you generated 1 ult charge with the next 25 bullets. Next 25 bullets, 0 ult charge. This ult charge per bullet, I think, is a great metric. Alright, I'm watching your bullet count right now. When it gets to 75, you have generated no ult charge. So let's look at 50. You're dead. So, ult charge per bullet. You had basically 3 good 25 bullet segments, and then, probably 10 bad ones. And I want to try to obfuscate this from the specifics of the fight. I want to say, in general, once the fight has broken out, once one person has died on each team, once there's a brawl, once there's a reason for you to be putting bullets into people, what's your ult charge per bullet during that situation? Because that short period of time is all that really matters. So right here, now, you could, there's a hog to shoot at who just got stunned and has to walk very slowly back to the high ground. So, theoretically, every single bullet you should hit. These next 100 bullets should give you, I don't know, how much ult charge do you get at 0 charge from 100 bullets? Probably a lot. So, you're up 1 charge, 2 charge, 3 charge. First 25 bullets brings you up 3 charge. It's pretty good. And not all of them even hit. You missed for a second there. But then you stop shooting at the hog. Like, he has to walk in a straight line. You know exactly where he's going. It's the perfect opportunity to put 100 bullets into him. Why did you walk back? So weird. Wait, why didn't it rewind? I thought it was going to rewind. Alright, so you have the chance to get, I don't know, probably 20% ult charge, and instead you walk back. You're saying something in chat, so maybe there was a reason. But whatever the reason, it was a bad reason. So now you put a couple more bullets into Hog. Out of 100 bullets, you got a total of 5 charge. You could have gotten maybe 20, I think. So now you got stuck on the low ground because you're being... I don't know why you stayed down here. But by the time you get to the high ground, Cocoa Bird's already dead. You know, like, you shouldn't have stayed on the low ground. You should be basically 1 inch behind Cocoa Bird at all times. I don't even... Do you even know where Cocoa Bird is? So you and me go to the right. Cocoa Bird's just barely in front of you. Why did you look away from the fight here? It's so weird. You know, like, the perfect opportunity to get a bunch of charge. There's 2 tanks right next to you. There's a Zen ulting. There's no reason to not be looking at the enemy. And you're just kind of looking back and walking back and doing different things. Now, Cocoa Bird shows you this cool trick on how you can instantly get to the high ground. And you're like, oh, I didn't see that cool trick. I'm going to walk around. That's the problem, is you didn't know how to jump on the table. Now Cocoa Bird dies. Look how good that clip was. Oh, right. Look how good that clip could have been. But you didn't do it. So you miss with so many of that. What's the button to go forward 1 frame? 1 frame, run frame. Okay, you got 100 bullets. Man, 1 frame is not enough. Wish there was a go forward 5 frames button. Alright, so first bullet hits, second bullet hits. Actually, look, there's no flare around. Yeah, only this 3rd bullet hits. 4th bullet hits, 5th bullet hits. Dun 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 dun. You're shooting his right foot. This one's hitting. I feel like you're about to start missing. Yeah, now you're shooting the globe. You're missing. Hitting. I wanted to get a benchmark for ult charge per bullet, because you hit like almost all of those 50 bullets and you gained how much ult charge, you know? Only 4. That's really crazy. But again, you're shooting armor with left click, that's probably why. Yeah, he's still got armor right there. Yeah. So that's a bad benchmark. I was wasting my time. Shooting at the Rhine shield. Failed. Save the hog. The Ash is just hammering you from high ground. You can see that the Ana is healing you actively, so you want to make sure not to line of sight or behind that statue or anything, and just kind of stand generally where you're already standing, and then shoot that Ash. Like, that Ash, from the moment you jumped down, she was shooting at you. She killed Hog, and she's shooting at you. Why would you ever shoot at anyone but that Ash? That Ash is putting out so much damage. So Ryan does... Oh, this is going to be our chance to benchmark 50 bullets, right? Alright, right here. There's 50 bullets left and you're at 51 charge. You're going to put all 50 bullets into the Rhine, and he doesn't have armor. That's good. They all hit. Every bullet hits. Awesome. So 63. So 51 to 63. You got 12 charge at... You have 0 energy. And you got 12 charge for half a clip. So that means 24 charge per clip. You get 24 ult charge at 0 energy per clip that you put into somebody who doesn't have armor. Now we know. 24. Good. So this is a fight I wanted you to look at. I noted it down here. It might be confusing why I want you to look at this. But the reason I wanted you to look at this is because of the Ash. Alright, so I would argue that you made the right choice shooting the Rhine because he's a moron, but again, why is he swinging his hammer? What is he doing? You're getting healed and he's not. There's no possible way he wins that fight. He's an idiot. He should have just held his shield up and then you would have been being useless. But luckily he's an idiot, so fine. This bubble on the Zen is obviously great, but there's a Bob out and Coco Bird is dead, and I'm dead. So there's no way your team lives through a Bob. By staying here, you're forcing me. Well, I shouldn't say me. By staying here, you're forcing Anna to stay here. So as soon as the Bob comes out, you should have gone out the front entrance. You should have immediately run away. You saw your chance to save the Zen, but I would argue, how is it helping to save the Zen? You know. So I would be thinking right when the hog dies. So Ryan is already dead, right? I'm not listening to the audio of the video, but I probably, like the Anna probably said this, right? So Ryan dies, and then immediately you guys kill 3, and then hog dies. So it's a 4v3, and then they call up Bob, and now it's unwinnable, right? Because they spawn here. They have a huge spawn advantage. So now you're the only tank, but it's still 4v3. Now it's 4v2, 4v1. So now you guys are getting percentage, and the Bob comes out. Now it's Ash, Bob, Hog, Zen, right? So you see Ash, Bob, Hog, and Zen. Your Zen got hooked. Your Anna is healing you exclusively. Your Zen is doing some damage, but now he's dead. And the Sim just died. And now it's basically you and Anna. And you're shooting at this hog. Why are you shooting at the hog, right? Enemy Anna is high ground too. Like, this fight is over. It's completely unwinnable. So get as much ult charge as you can. I would have, before the Bob came out, I would have been focusing the Ash. And then as soon as the Bob came out, you can either retreat or you can go for ult charge. I would have been, I think it was right to shoot at the hog, but I would have just gotten ult charge from shooting the hog. And you weren't at 0 energy here, right? So at 64 energy, you probably, if 24 ult charge is what you get at 0 energy, what do you get at 100 energy, right? You should have gotten 24 times 2 is 48 energy from this clip. So at the beginning of the clip, you're at 64. Great bubble. Good shot right here. Good stuff right here. Good stuff right here. Good stuff right here. Good stuff right here, good stuff right here, good stuff right here, good stuff right here. You actually did perfect. So you started at 64, ended at 90. That's 26, 36? That's amazing. 36 charge from a single clip. So you did exactly the right thing, and you should have done that right thing. And I don't know why I thought you should have shot at Ash. Fight wasn't winnable once the Bob came out, and you saw the Zen and the Anna and the Ash and the Hog, and you had no tanks, and your Zen had just died. It's like, what are the odds that us 3 are going to kill everyone? So yeah, get ult charge. That was the right move. You did the right thing. I'm sorry for saying you didn't. And the amount of ult charge per clip you got there was the highest I think I've ever seen you get, right? You got a lot. All right, next fight. Tracer's dead, but so is Soldier. You're at 0 charge, which I'm fine with. You get down to 330, and the Zen's still shooting you, so that's a good self-bubble. Although you are getting healed, so, you know, fine. Could have been more aggressive is what I mean. I feel like this hog, you already have ult. You already have ult, so no, totally never mind. I was going to say, this hog he's in one of those situations where he has to walk in a straight line. I love those situations. Big fat hog, has to walk in a straight line, tons of ult charge. But you already have your ult, so it doesn't even matter. Never mind. So clearly you're thinking, Symmetra, why are you in front? Do I need to bubble you, yes or no? And you decide no. She's an idiot, but at least she's backing up. And you're correct. Correct move. You're at 0 energy still. I think this is a big fight, right? Yeah, this is... Okay, so I just want to... Spoiler alert, right? This is the fight that ends with our Tracer dueling their hog. Right? So if one single other person had lived, our whole team would have won this fight, and it would have been a big deal. So winning this fight would have been a big deal. It made a big difference whether or not we won this fight. So right here, Simon blocks the enemy hammer down, and then counter hammer downs and knocks over their whole team. So Simon blocked it, even though me and you are both in front of Simon's shield, so we got knocked down. 3 people got knocked down. So during this time where you're lying on the ground, what are you thinking, right? You're probably thinking, I have grav. But I guess I don't need it because they're all lying down. I need to finish some of these lying down people while they're still lying down. Right? That seems like a good move. You got to finish that Anna, right? So you shoot 82 bullets into the Anna. How many of those bullets do you think hit the Anna? Right, you did 60 damage to Anna, 33%. In 82 bullets, 60 damage. That's 0.8 damage per bullet, which is super low. So right here, you'll notice the two people lying on the ground in front of you are both squishies, and they're both right next to each other. Right click. Why are you left clicking? So yeah. One of the, I mean, I don't want to get into the you should always right click with your last bullet, but you're lying down. You have nothing to do but you look around at your screen. I have one bullet. When I stand up, I should obviously right click, right? So you should be trying to finish all of your clips with a right click, but that's usually not something you can really pay attention to mid-fight. But look, there's a Symmetra who's 1 health right in front of you. You have both of your bubbles available. So if you have all this time to plan, first, I should be right-clicking Zen and Anna because it'll hit both of them for double damage, right? That's obvious and easy. Plus, it's easier to hit a right-click than a left-click. Second, I only have 1 bullet, so obviously right-click. Third, I should bubble the Symmetra before I do anything. Fourth, I have my grav, and if we win this fight, this is basically either our last fight or second to last fight. It's a really important fight. I would have maybe right-clicked at Zen and Anna, and then when you realize you have no bullets, because obviously I'm stupid too, I would have realized, oh, crap, I have no bullets. I would have grabbed right there, get all 3 of those bastards. But see how much damage the Symmetra puts out before she dies, and she wouldn't have died if you just bubbled her. Now she dies to Soldier Ult Man. I think the ulting Soldier gets you and then dies to Symmetra, right? So your bubble on Sim, who was at like 1 health when the Soldier ulted, the Soldier died without anyone without you or Symmetra shooting at him. So all that needed to happen for Sim to live through that fight was to be bubbled, and you had your bubble the whole time. You just didn't use it. You're like, I have my bubble the whole time. Anyway, it seems nitpicky. What I really think is a repeatable thing that will help you in every fight is focusing on damage per clip. I feel like you used almost a whole clip to do 33% of the damage to an Anna that was knocked down at the beginning of the fight. It just seems like you're not taking your time and aiming into people properly. And I think the reason that your aim is so terrible is because of your movement. So let's try to watch right here what I'm talking about. So you moved a little to the right, a little bit to the left. You're walking up to, again, a Zen ult. You're shooting at a Rhine shield inside of a Zen ult. Why? I know why. Because in chat you're saying, when this Zen ult finishes, I'm going to ult him. But you use an entire 100 bullet, potentially 390 damage clip. Actually, with 25 energy, you could have done 480 damage with this clip. You use the entire clip on nothing, right? You do so much damage, you should never be doing nothing. What? Anyway, so then you ult just the Reinhardt. And fine, he dies. Great. And isn't that an awesome bubble? You totally save a Tracer. Good job. But she recalls anyway, because she's a fucking Tracer. You should never have to save a Tracer. That's not a thing. So yeah, there's a Tracer in between two people, and that's scary, and bubbling someone who looks like they're in a scary situation is good. It's fine. Maybe you saved her. Probably not. Nope. You gained 7 energy, so you didn't save her. Careful about bubbling Genjis and Tracers, because if they're going to die, they're bad. They're so squishy and whatever. They should never be gonna die. But your team is winning this fight by a mile. 3 kills. And you were a big part of it. You helped kill the Rhine. Good job. I would say before that fight was really bad. Right here, you did a bunch of damage to Ashe because she's strafing directly towards you, so she's basically staying still. And you're walking directly towards her. But then look how you're going left and right. Watch your feet. Right now you're walking to the right. Now you're walking to the left. Now you're walking to the right. Now you're walking to the left. This is a habit that we get into when we play soldier or whatever. This is you're dodging. You're trying not to take too much damage. But it means that your bullets are missing. Like with Zarya, you're putting out like a bullet per millisecond, or I don't know, bullet per 10 milliseconds or something like that. You can't afford, like, the fraction of a second that you lose track of Ash, that's why she lived. Look at her health. She's got like, don't strafe left and right. In fact, don't even walk towards her. Stand totally still and beam that Ash till she's dead. Also, your beam goes out for like 15 yards. You want to be shooting people around the middle of your beam. You don't want to go up to point blank where it's way harder to hit them, you know? Why did you walk up to this Ash? Why did you go up to her at all? Like, ugh, don't do that. She does die. Now you're shooting the ulting hog. Again, I don't like shooting nano boosted people, especially when there's an Ana right next to them. Like, shoot the Ana. Don't shoot the hog. But then aim style, like, you're strafing to the right, and you're losing, like, look how weirdly your aim is just jerking, jerk back and forth, jerk from the right side of the hog to the left side of the hog. Why is your aim so weird? Like, this is a standard drill that people do where you go to the training bot and you just strafe left and right and try to keep your beam on the middle of the bot, and you're doing really badly at it. Like, your beam doesn't stay in the same spot on the hog. It goes way over to the right side of the hog and then way back to the left side of the hog and then way back to the right side of the hog. So now you're beaming nothing, 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 you're beaming nothing. You cleanse the, isn't that a great bubble? Did you see how good that bubble? Not only did you cleanse her, she's point blank with a hog, and she's doing damage, and your team is winning this fight. That was a great bubble. Good job. That hog, you did 24% of the damage to that hog. You could easily have done 100% of it. Like, if your aim wasn't terrible, and your positioning wasn't terrible, and your distance relative to him wasn't terrible, and you didn't spend so much time like looking at other people and doing weird stuff. So now we have a choice. Tracer in a Symmetra beam fighting a Symmetra, Hammond up in the sky, or Rhine in front of you. Obviously shoot the Tracer. Great. She's dead. You made the right choice. Good job. Now, do we shoot the Hammond? Get it? Like, we're at 14 ult charge. We've used like 4 clips since our grav, and I want to count them. Alright, so here's the grav. We're going to use the skip through time thing. So you used 1 clip, you got 0 charge. You used 2 clips, you got 0 charge. You used 3 clips, you got basically 0 charge. You used 4 clips, you got basically 0 charge. You used 5 clips. Oh, this time that 5th clip, look, you got 8 charge. That's great. Not nearly as good as the 32 charge you got just by shooting the hog as you died. Why aren't you getting 32 charge every clip, Nick? Especially when there's a hog right in front of you. That's crazy. Alright, next clip, we go from 34 to 37. We got 3 charge for an entire clip. Next clip, round's complete. So I hope you get the point. I doubt you're even going to watch this whole video because you've never watched them in the past. But the point is, ult charge per clip is actually a measurement of damage per clip, and you do no damage. You never do any damage. And the reason I feel like the reason you don't do damage isn't because you're choosing the wrong people to shoot at or because you don't understand that you should be doing damage. I think your aim is just terrible, and that it's something you could easily improve upon and be more deliberate about. Especially when I see you shooting big fat people and your mouse just goes left, right across their whole body. Like, what? Anyway. I want to watch another fight from this guy and see if we can just look at ult charge per clip. So we got to fast forward until he no longer has ult. And just see average of ult charge per clip. Okay, so right here, he's already ulted, so this is perfect time. He gets the full clip. Fine, use the rest of the clip. Oh, he reloads. So that clip he got maybe 7%.
That's zoning shot.
And that clip he got, what's 19 minus probably 8? You got like 10 ult charge for that clip, even though he was shooting at a skinny target far away from him.
Just play Torb like this guy. Oh, dude. Fuck, I tried to blow
you can't see the ult charge when you get emped. Alright, so he's at 27 at the beginning of this clip. Still at 27, 28. Reload. So he only got 2 that clip. Yeah, got up to 36 all of a sudden. Wait, he went from 28 to 36, so we got 8 ult charge for a single right click? Wow. He's at 28. Oh, never mind, I just remembered wrong. So he went from 28 to 32. I thought he went from...
I have 0 charge.
So yeah, he did go up to 36. from there. Anyway, he seems to get very little charge per right click as well.
Nice.
I mean, you
Yeah,
went 4
boy.
clips in a row in a fight you were winning and
I
got
hate
no
this
charge.
mouse.
So
When I
it's a
try
little
to
more
hold
extreme,
the
but he
click
does seem to
really
be
hard,
similar.
I mean-
Similar. Who knows?
I hate this mouse.
Yes.
Oh, I'm gonna bubble him.
He's at 52 at the beginning of this clip. Kind of spamming nothing,
The
spamming
Ryan's gonna
nothing.
shit for us.
Spamming... Oh, look at him full
I
kill
believe
at Zarya.
he's
Alright,
gonna
so
Ryan-
this clip,
The Ryan- Get out,
goes
get
from
out.
55 to 72, so he gets 20 ult charge in a clip.
I don't
Where did he get it
can
from?
help you. Come here.
He's gonna Ryan. The Ryan's gonna shit for us.
Oh, alright, so he got it all from one right click that hit 2 people.
He's gonna Ryan. The Ryan's gonna shit for us.
Funny.
I bubble you again, dude.
And he
Don't
right
worry.
clicks right into that Zarya's belly button, and now he's gonna fully beam down this Zarya. Look at that.
I bubble you
Full
again,
kills
dude.
of Zarya.
Don't
He goes
worry.
from 66 to 71 with the first click,
Use
so 5, and 71 to 81, so 10
Oh,
more. So he got
man,
15 ult
please
charge
help
for
me.
basically full killing a Zarya almost by himself.
Help me.
15 charge in a single clip, not bad.
Wrong one.
Another metric might just be
I'm
like,
getting out. Lose the speed up.
Then-
Speed up. Speed.
I don't know, time to ult is when you see a lot when people are talking about Overwatch League. Like, this Zarya got his ult in 3 minutes. I don't know, seems like it vary pretty wildly from
Nice,
fight to fight
easy.
and from game to game, but it could be overall, maybe it's a trend worth paying attention to, who knows.
We can every time we win.
45 up to 52. 52.
I'm hacked. I can't bubble you.
Do you not, or no, you still get ult charge during this.
Nice.
So 52 to 62, we got 10 for that. 65, we got 12. 66 up to...
Let's fucking go,
67,
dude.
full
Nice.
clip of
He's
nothing.
on now.
But it's because everyone was dead. Hard to get ult charge when everyone's dead. Anyway, I don't know. I just feel like he seems so much scarier than you do, and it's hard to pinpoint why. I think the answer is damage per clip. I think the answer is that you never stand still and really just burst someone down. Like when he killed that Zarya, do you think he was strafing left and right? I doubt it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's not
Right here, right?
Ryan, help me.
Yeah, right there. Alright, watch his movement and see if he's
I
strafing
bubble
left
you
and right.
again, dude. Don't worry.
He's standing totally still and walking straight forward. So in
Oh,
order,
man,
you know, there's
please
certain
help
like
me.
fraction of a second or maybe 1.5 second periods of time
Help me.
where you have the chance to really mess someone up, and during those periods of time, you just need to stand still and shoot them.
wrong one.
Anyway,